left. I'll just go this way a short bit and show you. You can go left, but I believe it cuts you off when you get down here just a ways. And it does start to go back uphill. When you get to the bottom of this, I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm not going to walk it all because I want to make sure I can finish. When you get to the very bottom, there's a log right across the trail. And that is due to the changes that they've made for the trails here. So, not going to go that way today, just because I don't want to have to climb back up, since hills are my challenge. But we will go back in the direction we were originally going. See where it comes out. This part of the trail is pretty easy. No big challenges. A few tripping spots. But I think if you're hiking, that's something that you pretty much look out for, since it's not a paved surface. And this brings us out to the spot where we made the decision to either go left or right. And we went left, so it took us in a loop around that area. So we should come out back in the spot where we will have to turn left to go back out of the park. Actually, you know what? That is not correct, because I think I messed up. Pretty sure the area where the tree was down, we probably should have taken, and then it would have went to that spot where it dead end and took us out. So let's try it. This is what happens with me most days. The medication, the chemo that I'm on, my brain just does not function like it should. Before that, I could do so many things, multitask, remember everyone's name, remember everything that I was supposed to do. But nowadays, I just don't have that. So frustrating. And I know age has partly to do with it, but not to the degree that I've changed in the past 2.5 years. It's been pretty significant. Very frustrating. Anybody else that's on this medication, I'm sure you know the same thing or notice the same things happening to you from one degree to another. So we're gonna back here to the split, and we're gonna take the spot that I showed you a few minutes ago, that if you go down to the log, it's blocked, but you still should be able to go to the right when we get to the bottom of it, hopefully. Feeling a little fatigued today, guys. Maybe should have put the hike off for another day. So I won't be doing any other trails today. I was hoping to get 2 done. 2 different videos so you could see the other trail. And then I found a bird watching trail driving in today. Wanted to try to get that one if I couldn't do the other one, but it doesn't look like that's in my cards for today. This one's got a lot of rocks, jagged. You know, the mind is willing, the heart is willing, but the body just needs to get on board. I can tell you that. Well, that's pretty cool looking. Vine hanging down. The grandkids will be saying it's a snake. Or scaring one of the other grandkids saying it's a snake so they can scream and cry. There's another one. Kind of cool looking. Yeah, so we got the back to a loud sound. So here's where I tried to zoom in to see the log across the trail. So you can't go to the left, you can't go up in this specific area. So we'll go back up the other direction that actually brought us in here to the trail. It's pretty. It's just relaxing in here. For me anyways. So as soon as we get to the top of this climb, we will be back out on the paved trail as soon as we get through there. And you can see got some squirrels moving up ahead, knocking some debris off the trees. You can see the entrance up there if you look very close. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. See the entrance that we came in. And I got some people talking, so we'll give it a second. Let me get a little bit of a break and give it a second before we go out so I don't have to worry about getting anyone on camera, and can show you a couple other areas on the paved trail that I think are really pretty. The sign is just telling you that it's slippery if it's wet outside. If you look through the trees there, you can kind of see above the paved trail is. We're heading out now. Sun's shining pretty bright. Whew. Alright, I made it up that hill. I wanted to show you the trail here, so I showed you this before I went in. It's paved. Don't really see anybody on skates or bikes or anything here. Every now and then on a bike. A lot of people with walkers. I've seen a couple amputees here with walkers getting their exercise. In the morning, it's mainly seniors. I'm here in the morning today. But there are a lot of runners on this trail. So over here you can see it's really pretty. They have it set up with different types of plants. And this is in the building behind where the park district employees are. But it's so pretty. They have a little waterfall set up here. Try to zoom in on that for you. Very pretty. Lots of different plants. And then they have an area up here that you can take a break. They have some cobblestone to walk on here. And it's an incline as well. It's not flat. So if you need it to be completely flat with no tipping, that might be a challenge for you. But this is so pretty. I love it. It's very shaded. So if you're doing a walk and you just want to take a break, come sit down, this would be a perfect place to do that. Parking lot's out there, another section of parking lot different from where we came in. See some redbirds. Redbirds flying around. Very pretty. If you look up above, you've got some shelter here. the trees as well as the pieces of wood. So if it is raining, it might keep you from getting wet somewhat, but not completely, but a little bit. All right, so we're gonna head back. I'll show you another section of the trail. We've also got picnic tables here, some little grills that you could utilize. And they have different areas where you can reserve to have family get-togethers without other people being present. You can have your own section if you reserve it. I'm not trying to promote Woodland Mound. I'm not work for them or anything like that. I just think it's a pretty place to go whenever you're unable to travel and you're looking for some nature to be in the midst of. It's a good place to do that. Go to do that. I also want to mention that I did notice on my video that I posted last on Monday that some of the things of my words were kind of jarbled or not used correctly. And that's another thing that I found with this medication that it tends to do. I say things kind of weird sometimes, so sorry if I did that and offended anyone or you guys just think I'm crazy. I am a little bit, but it's just because of the medications that I'm on. So this trail, actually, I mentioned bikes. This trail actually says no bikes. And that's probably just because of they don't want to have that liability. But you can see while you're walking, I'm walking to head back to my vehicle. It's very heavily grown with different types of wild plants and shrubs and things like that all throughout the trail. The walking trail that I'm on now, it's roughly a mile, maybe a little over, one time around. This is where I used to come when I would train for my half marathons that I used to do, because I could turn my music on and just get going around and not have to worry about getting by cars or anything if you're on the road. Here's another tree with some different leaf colors.